Seringsæde gullis. Sorangan.
Gulp.
Kamanugilalan.
So, says you...
Hua det. Sorangan. Seringsæde gullis.
Gulp thanks you, says a... You move with such confidence. You could head down to that crossway and try to flag yourself a ride. You might want to fall back. Not enough key energy. All fired up. Nice shot. The deep cut. This won't be a field trip. It's the real thing. That's a plink. Looks like the control box handles need to be wheeled to buzz the wire. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go. At least someone wears pants. Bullseye. That's a whiffle pack, better known as a bung club. You're low on health. Couldn't stand another hour of daylight. It's the porky puff nibbling bug. It took quite a liking to the crunchy stuff after munching down out-of-date's leg. Hook the boom ball and tow it beneath the puff. playing with bats. Can you feel it? It's the brisk wind of change. Don't let this opportunity slide. He thanks you for dealing with another Worldeater. You're halfway there. He's got word Out of Date spotted Lupa-Lupin and has a feeling your time has come. He hopes you're up for it. Even though you're good-hearted, you shouldn't miss this opportunity to confront the predator. Just head back to the foot of the tree. Fingers crossed Lupa-Lupin will stay put until you're there. Got word you found the greatest glider of all, an Ark, and it's all good to go. Can't imagine how that would feel, to zoom so fast. Funny that you found an Ark when you don't need to go anywhere in it. The world's still going to be here. Proud of you for thinking about helping before escaping, either way. Wonders if there are any open seats left in that fancy Ark glider of yours.
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's a seat open on the Ark should you want to offer it as a gesture of appreciation.
Why? You don't need anyone else but yourself and me, of course, but I'm a part of you, so that doesn't count.
If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go further, go together. The only one we'd want to get away quickly from here is darkness.
But you know you can't go on without me. Even if I'm bad company, I complete you.
I think we can finally agree on something. It is better to be alone than in bad company. But best of all is being good company yourself.
Feels thrilled to snag a seat in your Ark. Can't wait to glide through the skies. Goop knows he's repeating himself, but can't help talking to you. Says you should take care. You really need to go see Out of Date. Be careful down here. Easy to get trapped. Out of Date says the time has come for you to reconcile with your past. Lupa-Lupin is still staying in the camp where he was brought up. He hopes you'll find the answers you are looking for there. Even though darkness is a part of your nature, he suggests you try to keep your cool, as the best fighter is never angry. He'll point you in the right direction, but the rest is up to you. This part of the journey is one you'll have to do on your own. Lupa-Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Out of Date hopes you'll find your way and the answers you were looking for once you're there. He knows he said it before, but the time has come to put an end to the Lupin's reign of terror. You should get over there, come face to face with destiny. It's going to be you against the Lupin. No rules. He's happy to help. Says you should take it easy. Lupa-Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Feel that sunshine. Tread carefully here. This is Lupa-Lupin's camp. Lupa-Lupin says he's been looking forward to this moment. He wanted you to come here and see for yourself where it all started. He was so little when your mother and kin came here to put an end to his mother just because she was different, a hunter. That night, the hunter became the hunted, trapped with nowhere to run. He says your mother showed no mercy, only vengeance. He can see that you're not like your mother. There's something different about you. Maybe you would have made a better decision than she did, and let them be. They orphaned him, left him alone, an outcast and a freak. Lupa-Lupin says he's been reliving the moment every night since then. He says your mother and her disciples started something that couldn't be undone. They created the monster he would become. He knew his time would come, and he was patient. So, when he got news about your birth, he knew how to get revenge that would last. That's why he spared you that night he raised the village when you were a child. He wanted you to suffer for life, like he had. He marked you for life, so he'd recognize you when you met again, and you'd eventually remember where you came from. His hunger grew insatiable over the years to come. He tried, but being vegetarian wasn't in his nature, and he couldn't go hungry. But he's never taken a life for the sake of appetite. It's always been about survival, and that our true self is being who we are. A deep look into nature will make you understand everything better, and that natural selection eliminates, and the strongest survive. Fate is for those too weak to determine their own destiny, and now the time has come for you to accept yours. all fired up. King! That hurt him. Hard to tell how deep down you are.
Ewe boboye, evunkutu buvum.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Shintuata moti huasa e baso do bubu du goye.
He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Noko in the east.
Atu awa ya ea. Befarbihita huntokub kirko.
Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Noko.
Luatulu maua. Far kobe makoto far titaba.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Noko and making sure she gets what she needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date was spot on. The hoof puff needs to be stopped.
Loma utulu ba yuwo.
Out of Date says that Noko is worried now that the Eastern Worldeater is stepping up its activity.
Ugambun ang ugagad yebromo bufo. Cantita duela bufo.
He explains that Noko keeps a fabled steed that she has planned to ride out to the Worldeater, but needs help to get it prepared.
Farfariflo, Tuka Kupu.
Out of Date suggests that you should head east as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
Kobwa Yaka.
He's happy to help.
Bubuko Vun Vunvun.
Hopes to see you again soon. Ah, the Gnote pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things first.
Puri kumbala muma. Monibasa.
Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again.
Masamal puri kumbala muma.
She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid.
Masamal.
Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark.
Dere?
But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going.
Amu. Kanamunta.
Is sure they'll come back on their own once you stop forcing them. Hopefully not to haunt you, though. You've suffered enough already.
Asana yotpa. Ariaroche nui mumera.
Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be.
Kala kanyala notoro. Asil natu.
She sees you're back to buck with Lupa-Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least.
Anora kapapom. Domale tuku.
She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still.
Aplitonumuta. Kanamunt. Domale tuku.
Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here. Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Lupa-Lupin to pay for what he did to her Gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature.
There's a bright day coming!
Oh, so wise. Cool off in the shade. The dark is here for you.
Don't let the dark suck you in!
The only thing that sucks around here is the light.
It's not too late!
Pala. Domale tuku.
Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones. You can't do everything you want, can't go everywhere, can't see everything, only what you can. So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the Gnotes die with it. Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out. Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights too.
Berry?
Says that's only for a little while, and when your eyes clear, you see everything even better than before. But let's not speak of that now. She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow. The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you. You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the Worldeater.
Kala.
It's the most magnificent creature she's ever encountered. A creature straight out of a dream or story.
Kanaruta.
Someone has to end this plague before it's too late. You found the Majut meadow. Watch out for the Majut. Get already. Down to half your health. Amazing to see so much happening today.
Dere. Kanaruta. Asana yotpa.
Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm, but Noko is still concerned.
Masamal.
She says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down.
Pendrine senema. Asil natu.
The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down.
Narolute. Pendrine senema.
She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time.
Taifanamenuma. Asadurutu. Kuri kumbalamuma.
She figures the choosies from the old world are made from gummy trees, but wouldn't be surprised if they were actually made from some chemical concoction, though. It's time to do what's right, for certain values of right. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Wired up and ready to go. You look good in that. It's time to create your own path. At least you got something for your trouble. Want to get your arms got to time it right to make them work. Left, right, left, right. Pumping good, looking better. Just find your footing. The tribes need someone to unite them. Need a key. That cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. Just a few moves left. Make them count. What you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. You shouldn't be surprised if you stumble. Flick the switches in order to greenlight the current and activate the electrons in the panel. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. Darkness cloaks the world. Let's see.
Minä lagi mamuru.
With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned.
Kana mun puri kombala mua. Minä lagi mamuru.
She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got.
Kana mun ta.
The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old world mecha Majut.
Drumblena marsa mawu. Kialdo male kanodo.
If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo shopperia while scavenging for treats for the gnotes. That's not so far away.
Kana mun ta. Pialto ma.
Seems to her they preferred the Mechamajuts over the living counterparts in the old world. Maybe the gnotes were near extinct.
Moni basa.
Noko is always willing to help.
Dropalo.
Understands you have other places you need to go. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Yuck! Biohazard. Sickening. The world's towering over you. Now hold on, sit tight. Isn't that the Mechamajut over there? You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the Mechamajut. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Nocco.
Amun, Beri, mina lagi mamuru.
Now that the Majut's got a mouthful of bon-bon gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Majut is ready to ride.
Anora ka papom, kanamunt.
Nocco's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it.
Kuri kumbala muma, kamonu, kanamunt.
She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe.
Andro?
You'll find Mito at Bright Light. He's a light-headed fellow, but hopefully he'll remember where he stored the moths.
Kanauruta, pendrine senema.
She's noticed the front teeth seem to be a little loose, so you might be able to pull them out with the pull hook.